Alright, so we just finished wrapping up the video for the Poppery in Mount Kisco. I am with the owner, Alexa. So I'm just going to ask a couple quick questions, and if someone hasn't watched the video yet, in your words, what is the Poppery? You can make it simple and just say, well, it's a bakery, but just in your words, what is the Poppery? People always kind of describe their businesses a little bit differently than what it's, than what it straightforward would be. So yeah, what is it?
So the simple answer is the Poppery's bakery, but I like to call it like a custom dessert boutique. You can come in here, customize all your treats for any of your special events, Thursday through Saturday. We do have this case available for grab and go. So if you didn't place a custom order, but you still wanted pretty desserts, you can come in, grab these, like I said, Thursday through Saturday. But any special event, baby shower, bridal shower, birthday party, we do fully customized cakes, cake pops, cookies, pretzels, macarons, everything, cupcakes. So, yeah.
Now, what made you want to get into this? What made you start this?
So I was really just doing it for family and friends. What I started with was cake pops. When I opened, it was just this case right here. It was just the cake pops and Oreos. Then we expanded. We started doing everything that you see here. But I was just doing it for fun. And then I got a wholesale account and just kept growing my Instagram and posting pictures, and was getting more and more orders from people I didn't know, and it just snowballed. I don't even know. No, the shop was built. Next thing I know, I had a business.
Yeah.
And it was. Yeah.
It's funny because the first time I met your husband, we're talking, we're getting to know each other, and then he brought up you, and he brought up the Poppery, and I was like, oh, I know that, like this, that. So it was. You're doing very well and you're on the right track, or you've been on the right track.
Yeah, I went to school for fashion and now I own a bakery, and I don't know how it happened.
So when you first started, you never start just here. When you first started, it was just in your kitchen. What made you want to do this if you were going into fashion?
So the whole fashion dream has died down by the time I had started this. I had started.
Hello.
I really didn't know what you were doing. I was so confused.
It's fine.
Okay, I lost my train of thought. What was the question? I'm stressed.
The question is, so you never really, no one starts something and just starts with a beautiful place like this. You started going into fashion and then doing cake pops and then this. What made you,
So the fashion dream had kind of died down at that point. I had decided I did not want to do that at all. So this was just kind of like a weird point that I was just doing it for fun. I was always really creative and in art. And then once I stopped going to school, I had lost that because I was always in art classes. And I was like, how else do I find that creative niche? That's when I started the cake pops, and it was a different way to do art. It was edible art. So I had just started doing that, and like I said, did it for some family and friends, and then did it for more friends and extended friends, and then I was doing it for strangers, and I was out of my house getting orders, and then it was kind of real, and I didn't know these people that were coming to pick up, and Mike was like, okay, you have to make a decision. Either you're gonna keep doing this or you're gonna stop, because you can't keep going at the rate you're going out of your parents' house. So then we found this, we looked around for a few months, drove by the store, happened to call up, the rent was right, and here we are.
So, and then just to get really basic, the Poppery, what made you choose that name? Is it because the cake pops were so popular?
Yeah, so when I started, I was Pops by Alexa.
Okay.
So it was Pops by Alexa. You'll still see some shirts, walking around town with the Pops by Alexa. But then I knew once I wanted a store, I didn't want Pops by Alexa. It felt kind of juvenile, not like a storefront. So I always had this, I always pulled towards the Poppery. And I just thought it sounded like a storefront.
Yeah.
So I changed the name. That way, by the time that the store was ready to go, we were able to use that name. And then it just so happened that now we do everything else and not just cake pops, so.
Me, Austin and I, we just had 2 cookies. We had the 2 chocolate chip cookies, one with Nutella, and then one with the Italian rainbow cookie. Fire. Everything's great, everything's amazing, but in the wrap, I bring up chocolate chip cookies with Nutella on the inside, and fire. When I was driving with my mom when I first came in to present myself, and then you gave me some cookies and all that stuff, and as soon as I get in the car, my mom is reaching for the box for the cookies. I'm like, you know, it's my mom. I was like, okay, you can have some, but basically I don't want to start cursing, but what the F. So Nutella chocolate chip cookies, amazing. The cookies in general, amazing. So you obviously know what you're doing. It's amazing, beautiful here. I always ask this question. I know you said you really didn't want it, but like, what's the future vision for the Poppery?
Ooh, I need to think about this. I need to put on my woman-owned business plans for a second.
So it's fun. No, listen. I always come with the questions. It's fine if you really don't know either. Honestly, you're just taking it day by day. That's fine too. Like, people always think they need to have some inspirational answer. No, you're just doing your thing and you'll see where it goes. That could be an answer too.
It's hard because like I feel like I haven't been like owning a business in like normal times. I guess this is a good interview, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is amazing.
Okay. Because we opened in October of 2019 and then in March of 2020 it was COVID. So I just like haven't been able to own a business in normal times because COVID's just gotten better and I feel like things are finally back to normal, but they're not back to normal because of inflation, because of not being able to find staff. I just feel like I haven't been able to just like run a normal business and be like, okay, this is what it is year to year, because every year has just been so different. From like literally operating curbside to just doing deliveries because no one would come into the store. And now we're doing that again, and I want to expand my hours. I'm just waiting for that right time. Because the plan was never to just be open the 3 days for retail, but with COVID, it just never made sense to expand the hours. So I think the next step for the Poppery would be to expand the hours here. And then I would like to open a second location that has better foot traffic. I would definitely want to open in like a town that has a lot of foot traffic and do less custom orders and more retail-based stuff. And then have this kind of be like the satellite. Is that the right word? Is it satellite?
Satellite? You're asking the wrong person. I know
It's satellite, right?
Satellite location.
Satellite location.
This would be like the home.
Yes, there we go. Satellite location for custom orders. Because it's too hard. Everyone always says, oh, go on Shark Tank, franchise. Everything we do is so custom, you can't franchise that. So I would like to kind of open a location that is very cut and dry, retail items, walk-in business, geared towards more like weekend stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say that, second location, maybe.
All right, and then just my last question, is your favorite color pink?
Not really.
So then what made you go with the whole pink theme?
What made me go with pink
I was saying to Austin, just to interrupt you 2 seconds, I love the shirt. I love the shirt, I love, so I love the uniform. But yeah, just to get back on track, what made you go pink if it's not your favorite color?
What made me go pink? I knew I wanted to come up with like one color that I could design the store. I had a lot of help from an interior designer that helped me design the store. She was amazing. Carrie Lagretta, love you. Good customer of mine to this day.
Love you, Carrie.
Yeah, good job. She did a really good job.
No, she did.
But I wanted to just come up with one color that I could give her and we could run with and kind of make it all mesh together. So I chose pink, super eye-catching, a lot of fun, and I just really didn't want it to look like your traditional bakery. I wanted it to kind of be like, what is that? It's Instagrammable with like the neon signs everywhere. But yeah, I just wanted to look clean and fun and Instagrammable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take you out of your misery. We'll end it there. Just last thing, I'm here at the Poppery. If you just watched the video, thank you, and you just got a little more insight from the owner, Alexa. We are in Mount Kisco, hoping to expand more, but the Poppery. I'm Zidi, Alexa, we're signing out.